Coming up next on Bear News, we'll tell you how UNC students are giving back to their community.
Basketball season is back, and both the men's and women's team played this past weekend. I'll let you know how they did later on in sports.
And some chilly air is on the way. I'll let you know how soon in weather.
We've got all that and more on this episode of Bear News. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us on Bear News. I'm Emily Carr.
And I'm Kristen Skovelige. Although September's floods in northern Colorado are in the past, efforts to help those affected by the devastation continue. An event on the UNC campus this week raised money and collected food for flood victims. The UNC volleyball team designated Monday's match against Sacramento State as both Veterans Night and Weld Food Bank Night. Veterans got in free to the match, and everyone who brought a can of food for local flood victims received a free t-shirt or a Bears drawstring bag. Estes Park residents got some good news when Colorado Department of Transportation officials opened U.S. Highway 36 between State Highway 66 and Estes Park. Business Highway 34 is also open again between 20th Street and Mainland Highway and 34 in Greeley. And one more opening to tell you about, State Highway 144 between U.S. 34 and Weldona is now open. But some roads are still closed while crews try to at least finish temporary repairs before December 1st. U.S. Highway 34 is still closed between Colorado Road 27 and Estes Park. State Highway 7 between Lyons and Raymond is also closed, as is State Highway 72 between State Highway 93 and State Highway 119 in Coal Creek Canyon. UNC students and faculty and staff have collaborated to create the 5x5 art auction for flood relief as another effort to help with flood recovery. As is a silent auction consisting of original pieces of artwork made by the UNC community that measure to a size of 5 by 5 inches. Bidding will begin at $5 and all proceeds will be donated to the Colorado flood victims. For those interested in attending the auction, it is tonight from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Zoe's Cafe located in downtown Greeley.
Christmas time is just around the corner, and you know what that means. Let the holiday planning begin. Cooking, gift shopping, and visiting with friends and families are the traditions we are all so fond of. But we can't forget this holiday season that the most important part is giving. Director of the Communications School, Dr. Andres, believes that no child should go without at least one present this Christmas. He has teamed up with Toys for Tots, a program that collects new unwrapped toys and distributes them to the less fortunate children. I had the chance to meet with Dr. Andres to gain more information about Toys for Tots.
Personally with Toys for Tots for decades, my family and I, my girls and I, have always made it a regular tradition to go buy carts full of toys to deliver to Toys for Tots. And now that my girls are gone and out of the house, I wanted to somehow keep that tradition alive. And as I understand it, the Weld County office needs about 11,000 toys this Christmas. We're certainly not going to be able to do that, but I hope that in this first year of the toy drive, we make enough of an impact, and then I hope that that grows and carries on in the years to come. Message of hope. I struggled with trying to come up with a name for the drive that was appropriate for the School of Communication. Was it going to be good news or something like that, that spoke of the things we do here? And the notion of message, because we're all about message exchange, was always in the back of my mind. And then I looked up the mission at the Toys for Tots website and found out that their goal is to provide, through a toy at Christmas, a message of hope for unfortunate youngsters. There was our name.
It was a humbling experience meeting with Dr. Andres. His passion to help the less fortunate children was extremely impressive. If every student donated at least one gift, we can make such a big difference in the community. All you need to do is buy a new toy while you're out shopping, bring it to school, and drop it off with you at the Candelaria office. It's as easy as that to make this child's Christmas the best he or she has ever had. The Communications Department isn't the only organization collecting toys for the less fortunate. The Black Student Alliance will spend an entire outside night on Friday, November 19th, collecting school supplies, toys, and non-perishable food items for the homeless children. The event will last from 5 p.m. on Friday to 3 p.m. on Saturday. UNC students, as well as the general public, are welcome to attend the event at any time. Donations can also be dropped off at the Marcus Garvey Cultural Center from now until the 19th. For more information, like the Marcus Garvey Cultural Center on Facebook or follow them on Twitter.
It's almost the middle of November and we still haven't seen much snow so far. Is the snow in our near future, or is winter going to take a little bit longer to get here than usual? Bear News meteorologist Paul Ford has our first look at weather to let us know. Paul?
Well, Kristen, I'll get to that in just a bit, but right now it's 56 degrees outside. Got a little bit of humidity out there, and the wind is around 9 miles per hour, but it's not too bad out there right now. 56 degrees is our high for today, which is about 7 degrees above normal. Take that, weather. And also the low this morning was only around 42 degrees, which is about 20 degrees above our average here in Greeley. So it's pretty mild out there, and I'm quite enjoying it. But coming up, we've got some cold air incoming here to Greeley coming this weekend, and there is a chance of snow, but I'll give you all those details in about 10 minutes. Back to Kristen and Emily.
Thanks, Paul. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you about the purpose of a new building being constructed on West Campus.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Marvel is back with yet another movie featuring Thor. After the success of the first Thor movie and the Avengers, he is back to save the world from another new villain. But does it live up to expectations? Bear News entertainment reporter Estelle Plaguet has the review for us. Estelle, is it real good?
Yeah, Kristen. Just 2 years after Thor first stormed his way into theaters, the God of Thunder is back in Thor, the Dark World, which hit theaters last Friday. Thor's brother, the evil Loki, is back and no one really knows how. The sinister brother was apparently killed in the Avengers, but returns to the big screen for Marvel's second Thor installment. In Thor, the Dark World, our hero must embark on his most perilous journey yet. Thor even runs into his cool lover Jane Foster, played by Natalie Portman. Christopher Orr calls the Thor sequel better than the original and powered by a pair of magnetic performances with a number of truly witty moments. My recommendation, go see Thor. It's a great flick for the entire family.
Thanks, Estelle. A strange building is currently being constructed in the parking lot behind Holmes. No classes will take place here. Instead, the new structure will provide electricity to all of West Campus in the future. Daniel Rodriguez and Estelle Plaguet bring us more information on the structure.
It may not seem electric, but this building contains 8 generators that will back up the entire West Campus in case of power cut or dubious weather. The investment cost $3 million to the university with a 5 years payback.
The generators will kick in, so nobody will really be without power again for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. They'll run for, I think, 2 days. They have enough fuel for 2 days, but even if they're starting to run out of fuel, we can refill them. If we ever have any hazards like tornadoes or floods that come through that pull the grid down, the generators will run, so we'll have full power. If we are without power for 8 hours or 12 hours or 24 hours, Holmes Hall, which is our dining hall, they can just keep on cooking food and they won't lose any meat in the freezers and stuff like that.
This generator will be beneficial to students living on West Campus by limiting power outages during the winter.
Well, Paul, you were saying that you expect some cold air soon. How soon are you talking?
Well, we'll be getting some frigid air as soon as this weekend. It probably will be Saturday into Sunday, but I'll let you know exactly when after the break. Welcome back to Bear News. I'm meteorologist Paul Ford. Take a look outside right now. We've got some clear skies out there, and it's a beautiful Thursday afternoon. Right now, if we look at the temperatures around the nation, we're seeing 50s throughout the Midwest, and if you're to the west, we're seeing some temperatures up to the 70s to 80s and some even 90s if you're in Burbank, California right now. But here in Colorado, we've got some 40s and 50s, 40s if you're in the mountain range, and 50s if you're in the front range here in Colorado. Got some 56 degrees in Colorado Springs, even some 55 degrees in Denver, and if you're in Fort Collins, it's around 55 degrees. But the lows for tonight, we've got freezing temperatures in Denver as we hit the freezing mark at about 32 degrees. If you're heading to the mountains tonight, we're going to see temperatures drop down to the teens. but here in the Greeley area, we're only going to see temperatures in the 20s to the 30s. As we look at around the nation right now, we see this cold front that had just passed through us, which explains all the cold temperatures that we had yesterday, but this high pressure system has brought warm air here in Greeley, which is why we hit around the mid-50s this afternoon. As we look around the nation right now, we've got some clouds coming in, and those will be here this weekend. And we've got some precipitation off to the south of us in New Mexico. But otherwise, right here in Colorado, clear skies. Temperatures for tonight, we're going to see temperatures around 41 degrees at around 7 o'clock, and we'll drop down to about 34 degrees as we head into midnight. But as we head to your morning commute, it will be around the freezing point of 32 degrees. Tomorrow's temperatures are around 61 degrees. We got some sunny skies and calm winds, so it's going to be a beautiful Friday afternoon. And then as we head into Saturday and Sunday, Saturday is going to be when we have all the clouds come in and the temperatures will start to drop, but we will still hit about 57 degrees that day. But as we head into the evening, temperatures will gradually drop into the 20s, and we'll see some rain coming in, but then that may shift eventually into some snow. We're not going to see much, if any, accumulation from this storm system, but temperature, and this should be starting around after 11 o'clock Saturday evening, but we should see it go away by about Sunday morning, and we should be clear for the Broncos game on Sunday evening. Next week's forecast, we got temperatures in the 40s as we start Monday, but as we head into the week, temperatures will climb from the 50s to the 60s, and Friday we've got a chance of some rain showers, but it's not looking like that's going to get to us that badly. And Bear News will be here will be in Flagstaff this weekend, where temperatures will only be around the mid-40s. We might see some rain there, but our own Rachel Turnock will be there. You excited, Rachel?
I sure am, Paul. Well, I mentioned basketball season is back. The men played the Big 12 champions last week. Did the champs show the Bears who they are? Find out after the break. UNC football headed up to chilly Grand Forks, North Dakota last Saturday for their second-to-last road game of the season. The Bears started off with the lead, but turnovers were the overall difference in this game. UNC's defense pressured UND all game, recording 2 interceptions, 2 sacks, a blocked kick, and 3 pass breakups. That just wasn't enough to get the win. UND's quarterback Ryan Bartles completed 31 of 47 passes for 344 yards. Senior quarterback for the Bears, Seth Lobato, completed 18 of 33 passes for 289 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Bears had the lead with 5 minutes left in the game when running back Tremaine Dennis fumbled the ball, which set up a short field for UND and led to an 11-yard reception. Dennis finished the day with 96 rushing yards. UND sealed the win over the Bears 24-21. UNC is now 1-8 overall and 0-6 Big Sky. The last road game for the Bears of the season is at 4 p.m. on November 16th against Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. Basketball season is back, and the men's team came into Kansas State fired up to bring down the Big 12 champions last Friday in the season opener. How'd the game play out? Senior forward Derek Barden totaled 16 points and 17 rebounds for the Bears, which helped UNC win the rebound total over the Wildcats 49-40. Thanks to Barden's performance, he was named the Big Sky Player of the Week this week. Senior guard Tate Unruh totaled 14 points and made 3 of 8 from the three-point line. UNC outshot KSU 40% to 33%. That ultimately led the Bears to take this big win over Kansas State 60-58. After the game, many of the players tweeted how proud and happy they were from the win. Head coach BJ Hill tweeted, "Couldn't be prouder of our guys, fought hard through adversity and showed great poise. Great group of guys that deserve all the credit." Junior forward Tim Huskinson tweeted, "Great team. All 5 came together on the floor with one common goal." And UNC Athletics tweeted this picture as well, which says, "Tate's happy, you should be too. #FearTheClaw." After this exciting win for UNC, the Bears hosted Colorado Christian University for their home opener on Tuesday. Now, where to begin with this game? The Bears came out of the court full of excitement and ready to play. Senior Derek Barden didn't show anything less than aggressive. He had 2 double-doubles in this game and ended the night with 14 points and 17 rebounds. There was a nice dunk by junior Tim Huskinson, 11 points for the night. Now check out this dunk. Dominique Lee with, let's see, can I say a dunk face? The Cougars added some points of their own, but just couldn't catch up to UNC. Sophomore Cody McDavis with the assist from Jordan Wilson makes this dunk to get the crowd going. Bears up 90-63. Davis gets another dunk, this time assisted by senior guard Xavier James. UNC is now 2-0 overall after this 98-74 win. After the game, we caught up with head coach BJ Hill, Barden, and Tate Unruh to hear their thoughts on this big home opener win. I'd say you definitely did that, Derek. The next game for UNC is at New Mexico State on November 21st at 7 p.m. The UNC women's basketball team began the new season on Saturday against the University of San Diego, right at Butler Hancock. Let's take a look and see how they did. We begin early in the first half where the Bears started off hot. Jamie Derry sets up Kim Lockridge for a nifty assist in the paint. Lockridge gets the easy bucket and three-point play opportunity, but she would miss the free throw moments later. Moments later, it's Derry again. This time she drives left and takes it all the way herself for the layup, part of her 15 points. Still in the first half, and the Bears are showing off some impressive ball movement as the San Diego defense struggles to keep up. Eventually, the ball finds Lindsey Mallon and she drains the three. The Bears led at the half by 4, but that didn't last long as it was all San Diego in the second half. San Diego started the final half on a 13-0 run as the Bears struggled to control San Diego's bigs down low. In the end, UNC couldn't overcome San Diego's massive rebound advantage and opened the season with a loss 56-69. After the game, head coach Jamie White spoke about San Diego's troublesome full-court press.
I just think it's after the press what you do. And there were some opportunities maybe to get some layups, and then other opportunities where we should have just pulled it out and run offense. We had some late shot clock stuff that was ugly and just kind of let that snowball.
Bears are off to Oklahoma State for an 11 a.m. game on November 16th. The football team wasn't alone in North Dakota last weekend. The UNC volleyball team faced UND last Friday, and many players from the football team attended to show their support of their fellow Bears. North Dakota leads the conference right now, but that didn't stop the Bears from going into the game hot. UNC won the first 2 sets and the fourth set to get the 3-1 win. Outside hitter Kendra Cunningham totaled 14 kills, and below her was junior Brianna Strong with 7. UNC outblocked North Dakota 17-12 and also outhit their opponent .220 to .094. Libero Meredith Johnson had a career high of 30 digs. Setter Ashley Guthrie had 38 assists, 8 digs, 7 kills, 3 block assists, and 2 solo blocks. All that led to Guthrie being named the Big Sky Volleyball Player of the Week. Congratulations, Ashley. With the season nearing a close, the UNC volleyball team took on the Sacramento State Hornets in an attempt to gain some ground in the Big Sky Conference after an impressive win against North Dakota. UNC displayed great energy and execution from the very beginning of the opening set as the Conference Player of the Week, Ashley Guthrie, sets up Kendra Cunningham for the early kill. Guthrie tallied 33 assists and added 6 digs as well as 4 kills during the match. Andrea Spostad and Cunningham each contributed 11 kills, resulting in a well-balanced Bears attack. UNC was remarkably efficient in this one, made apparent by the team's .446 hitting percentage, the highest of their season. The Bears were also able to limit their mistakes by committing only 8 attacking errors. The Bears steamrolled the Hornets in consecutive sets, earning the sweep 3-0. With just 4 more matches left in the regular season, the Bears look to maintain their impressive defense against Eastern Washington Friday, November 15th at 7 p.m. The UNC soccer team had a game plan to help prepare them to play Portland State last Thursday in the Big Sky semifinals game. How'd that game turn out? Unfortunately, not in favor of UNC. The two teams last met in September, in which the Vikings won that game 3-1. Just like the September game, last week's game came down to ball control and shot production. The Vikings had 6 shots on goal, 2 of which were goals from Emma Cooney and Aaron Brown. The Bears totaled 5 shots on goal, and goalkeeper Natalie Didamio had 4 saves. The Vikings left the victory 2-0. UNC ended the season 9-6-5 overall and 5-2-2 Big Sky. Portland State did go on to the championship game, but lost to Weber State last Saturday. And can I just say, the UNC soccer team had a great season. It's
They
great
did.
to see them go into postseason.
And we want to say congratulations to them for that. All right, after the break, we've got your Pinterest pick of the week.
Stick around, we'll be right back in 60 seconds. Let's take a look at our Pinterest pick of the week. Do you have some extra aluminum cans laying around that you want a creative alternative to normal recycling routine? Try this easy do-it-yourself project to make lanterns. Cut strips into the can, then push down on both sides to create an oval shape. Next, spray paint the can and place a candle inside, and there you have it.
Well, those look pretty cool. I think I'm going to have to try that out. It looks pretty easy.
Okay, you make them and give me one.
Okay, deal.
All right.
We can do that.
And I just want to remind you to not forget to donate this Christmas. There's a lot of people out there that could definitely use a gift. So thanks for joining us this evening. We'll be back next week.
Until then, stay up to date on our Facebook page, Bear News 98. Be sure to like us.
Have a great week.